Burn it all down and collect the ashes. Build it back, respect your passion. What's happening, YouTube? Welcome back to another vlog. It's your boy E Fresh. And man, right now I was driving and I seen a young kid on his bike, maybe like, I don't know, 10 to 12 years old. And it made me think back when I had my first run-in with the police. So basically, this vlog is about me telling y'all about the time I had my first run-in to the police, because I had a homeboy. So mind you, what made me think of it is the kid was like, that I saw right now was like 10 to 12 years old, and I was about, I think about 11, 12 when this happened. And I had a homeboy, and he had got a new bike. He had just got a brand new bike, I'm guessing. And we was out there playing basketball there's like a basketball court outside the Boys and Girls Club on the outside. So we was out there hooping, and I had food stamps at the time. My mom would give me food stamps. This is when it was the paper, not card. So I had food stamps, and so I remember I was like, I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna go to Henry's Market and get some stuff. Man, let me use your bike, you know what I mean, to go to the store. So I hop on the bike. He's like, cool, go ahead. It's straight. I'll be right here. Boom. So I'm riding over there to Henry's Market. Smashed up there real quick. Got a couple of them Kool-Aids. Because back then, they would have Kool-Aids and quarter cakes, man. If y'all know what I'm talking about, man, give me a thumbs up, man. Drop a comment if y'all know about them quarter cakes. Because now they done upped them. They like 35, 45 cents, 50 cents now. So I went up there, got some quarter cakes, some Kool-Aid, some chips, stuff, you know what I mean, to bring back. And on the way back, I'm riding the bike, boom. So all of a sudden, this lady's like, hey, stop that. Stop what you doing. I'm like, what? I'm like, man, who is you? So I'm driving. She cut in front of me. I'm riding the bike. I'm riding the bike. She, boom, cut in front of me. I'm like, what the fuck is you doing? She's like, you stole my son's bike. You stole my son's bike. So I'm guessing she went by the park or something. And she's like, where the fuck is your bike at? And I don't know if he told her that he let me use it or I stole it. I don't know what he told her, if he was scared and he told her I stole it from him or whatever. But she thought I stole her son's bike. So she's like, get the fuck off my son's bike. You stole my son's bike. I'm like, I didn't steal your son's bike. He let me use it. I'm going back to give it to him. Like, what are you talking about? So she tried to grab me off the bike, and I'm like, hold up. So I'm over here like, move. So I pushed this lady off of me, and like down there scuffling with this old lady because she think I stole her son's bike. So then I'm trying to remember, man, so long ago, if after I push her off me, I get her off me, I think I hopped on the bike, rode it back and gave it to him. And or no, I just left it there. Matter of fact, I just left it there and I walked back. And when I walked back, I'm like, motherfucker, I'm like, you told your mom I stole the bike or whatever? He's like, no, I didn't tell her that. I told her you used it or whatever. And I'm like, man, your mom just tripped on me trying to fight me and shit. I'm over here getting into it with this old lady. Whatever. So he leave. We out there still hooping. I'm like, whatever. I think nothing of it. Next thing you know, like 6 police cars pull up, but I'm telling everybody what happened. And actually, and she hurt herself trying to get me off the bike and stuff. She hurt her leg, something. So then she called the police on me saying that I stole his bike. So then they come up over there and they're like, who's Ernie? I'm like, and if y'all don't know my name, most y'all know my name. And so then they looking, and then obviously she pointed me out. So they like, come with us. So I'm sitting there on the car, and then he's like, you know, we got a car, you stole the bike, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, I didn't steal no bike. I just used the bike to go to the store. Like, he has the bike back. She has the bike back. Like, what's the issue? You know what I mean? And I'm kind of scared. This is the first time, and I'm like, first time, like, you know what I mean? Like, them pulling up on you, you know, like, just like, yo. So then he's like, turn around. I'm like 11, 12 years old. I got I'm getting handcuffed. But at the same time, at that time, like, I thought I was cool, which it ain't cool at all. Like, yeah, look at y'all. All my homies looking like, what the hell is going on? So then they're like, we're placing you under arrest. Read me you have a right to remain silent, blah, blah, blah. We're going to arrest you for this, but we're going to go ahead and, you know, they're like, where do you live? And basically, we're going to paper arrest you. So then I'm like, what the hell? Like, I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. So then my mom's at work. This is summertime. So then they're like, we're going to take you home, but your parent has to sign for you. So I'm like, my grandma's home. So they take me to my grandma's house. But mind you, she just had a stroke. And my brother was there, and he couldn't sign for me because he was underage. So he couldn't sign, you know, have to be an adult. So my grandma's like, she just had a stroke and she's sick. She couldn't like write. So I'm like, they're like, look, if she can't, cause she's like, what? Like, she's trying to, you know, you know what I mean? She's just there and the police pull up. Like, we got your grandson right here. We need you to sign. She don't know what's going on. They need her to understand. And I'm like, man, they're like, if she don't sign, we got to take you to the juvenile. And the juvenile was like around the corner. And I'm like, man, damn. So I'm like, I'm telling her, like, nah, you got to sign this. So she like scribbles, and they let me go or whatever. They let me go home. My mom comes home, give her the paperwork. You know, they set like a court date. So we have to go to court. My mom's like, you stole this boy's bike. I said, Ma, I didn't steal this boy's bike. What happened was I asked him to go to the store, use the food stamps I had to get this food. And then, you know what I mean? Next thing I know, some big old lady jump up out the car yelling at me and screaming, talking about I stole her son's bike. So I, you know, got her up off me. And I went back and I told dude, like, you told your mom whatever? He said he didn't. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this lady was just mad because, I don't know, the lady was probably bitter that she ain't getting no, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the lady was mad about, whatever. So then my stepdad was like, did you do it? I'm like, no, I didn't do it. So then he's like, this is when I learned, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't do something, don't sit up there and cop out or plead out to no, you know, bullshit. So he's like, you go to court, you stick with that. You didn't do it, you didn't do it. Don't sit up there and, you know, because a lot of the times what they'll do is a lot of these kids, they might be innocent, but their parents, you know, don't got the time, or they don't know no better, or they didn't teach their kid better. They just don't know the system. And, you know, they end up on probation or something, and that's how they, you know, that's how that shit leads to, you know, them going back to jail or something. Like, it just, you know what I mean? So I'm like, man, I didn't do it. So then we go to court, and then I think we went to like 2 courts, and I'm like, I didn't do it. And they're like, look, if you just plead guilty to it, you'll just get probation for like, I think a year, unsupervised, just whatever, you know, and then my mom would have to pay fines, and it's like for something I didn't do. So I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't doing that shit. Like, I'm telling my mom, I didn't do it. I ain't. So basically, we're gonna take it to trial, like, cause we didn't do it. And his mom wasn't showing up to the courts. So as long as that lady wasn't showing up, cause she was the one that called the police. She was the witness. So she didn't. Man, long story short, She didn't show up to court. Boom, they dropped everything. They had no proof that I stole the bike. They had the bike back, you know. And more of the story is, you know, don't say you did something you didn't just to, you know, get out of it real quick. You know, if it takes a process, you do it. You know what I mean? Just go with the process, because if you didn't do it, you didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was crazy. Like, that could have ruined my whole life. Like, what if I would have been on probation? Or what if they would have put me on some, like, what is it called? GIPS. I remember my brother was on GIPS, and they were just strict probation officer, and then I would have just violated, went to juvenile, had a record. You know what I'm saying? Once you have a record, it's like follows you. Like, what if all that would have happened? All because I used someone's bike. And that's another moral of the story. Don't use nobody's bike. Don't use nobody's car, because, you know, let's just say you driving someone's car and they did something before you used it, and now you in it, and then they accuse you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be very careful with what you do. So that was my first run into with the police, man. I was a little nervous and stuff, especially they trying to say you stole something. They was being kind of aggressive, you know, with a little kid, like no parents around, nobody. My friends is like, damn, we can't help you, you know. That was my first time, man, with the police. But man, I could sit here and rant forever about all this, but you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all drop a like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, man. I'm trying to vlog every day. I'm trying to get y'all content and more music and stuff. I'm trying to work on some music videos coming soon. Me and D Will just got to get together, but all right, man. I'll holla at y'all. Peace.